Millie Mouse and the Cheese Castle by Emery Rivers. Millie Mouse, a cute mouse with big and bright eyes. She was not an ordinary mouse. She had a deep love for cheese that was unparalleled. One bright and sunny morning, Millie received an invitation unlike any other. It was written on a golden piece of cheese parchment and invited her to the Cheese Castle, a place she had only heard about in bedtime stories. Her heart raced with excitement as she imagined the adventures that awaited her. Without wasting a moment, Millie packed her little knapsack with her favorite cheese snacks, a tiny map, and a magnifying glass just in case. She said her goodbyes to her mouse friends, who cheered her on with encouraging words. "Find the tastiest cheese for us," they shouted, as Millie set off with a spring in her step. As Millie made her way through the dense forest, she felt a sense of wonder and excitement. Every rustle of leaves and chirp of birds added to the anticipation. Suddenly, she spotted a wise old owl named Oliver, perched on a tall oak tree. Oliver winked at Millie and pointed her in the right direction with a map drawn on a cheese slice. Millie continued her journey and soon came across a bubbling brook. The clear water sparkled under the sunlight, and vibrant flowers adorned the banks. She carefully crossed the tiny wooden bridge, her paws tapping lightly on the planks. Millie paused for a moment to marvel at the beauty around her before pressing on. As she ventured further, Millie found herself in a meadow unlike any she had ever seen. It was filled with magical cheese plants, each bearing different types of cheese: cheddar, brie, blue cheese, and more. The air was filled with the delightful aroma of cheese, and Millie's eyes widened with wonder at the sight. At the edge of the meadow, Millie encountered a friendly hedgehog named Harry. Harry had heard about the Cheese Castle too and was just as eager to see it. "Mind if I join you on your adventure?" he asked. Millie welcomed Harry's company, and together they continued their journey, sharing stories and laughter along the way. After what felt like hours of walking, they finally reached the Cheese Castle. It was a magnificent sight, with cheese towers reaching towards the sky and cheese flags fluttering in the breeze. Millie and Harry stood in awe, taking in the grandeur of the castle. "We've made it, Harry!" Millie exclaimed with joy. As they stepped inside the castle, they were greeted by the Cheese King, a large, jovial mouse with a crown made of cheese slices. "Welcome, brave adventurers," he boomed, his voice echoing through the grand cheese hall. "I am King Cheddar, and I'm delighted to have you here. Please explore the castle and enjoy its cheesy wonders." Millie and Harry couldn't believe their eyes as they explored the Cheese Castle. There were rooms filled with cheese sculptures, cheese fountains, and even a cheese carousel. Every corner of the castle was a cheesy delight, and they eagerly tasted different varieties of cheese, each more delicious than the last. In one of the rooms, they discovered a magnificent cheese fountain where cheese flowed like a chocolate fountain at a party. Mice of all sizes gathered around with fondue sticks, dipping and savoring the melted cheese. Millie and Harry joined in, savoring the rich, creamy flavors. Their journey took them to the castle's cheese garden, where cheese flowers bloomed and cheese trees with cheese wheels hung from the branches. The garden was a feast for the senses, with the rich scent of cheese filling the air and bees made of cheese buzzing around the flowers. As they wandered further, they stumbled upon a secret cheese library. It was filled with ancient books and scrolls, all detailing the rich history of cheese. The librarian, an elderly mouse with tiny glasses, welcomed them and shared fascinating stories about the castle's origins and the cheese traditions. Suddenly, they heard a soft crying sound. Following the sound, they found a little mouse princess sitting in a corner, her tiny crown askew, and tears rolling down her cheeks. "I've lost my favorite cheese necklace," she sniffled. Millie and Harry knew they had to help her find it. Determined to help the princess, Millie and Harry began their search. They scoured every room from the grand hall to the cheese pantry. They looked under cheese tables, behind cheese curtains, and even inside cheese jars. The castle was vast, and the search seemed endless, but they didn't give up. Finally, after hours of searching, they found the necklace hidden behind a large wheel of Gouda in the castle's cheese pantry. Millie triumphantly held up the necklace, and the princess's eyes sparkled with joy. Thank you," she exclaimed, hugging Millie and Harry tightly. The princess was overjoyed and thanked them with all her heart. "You are true friends," she said with a big smile. As a reward for their bravery and kindness, the Cheese King declared Millie and Harry honorary cheese knights. They knelt before him as he gently tapped their shoulders with a cheese sword. The entire castle celebrated with a grand cheese feast. There were cheese platters, cheese fondue, and even cheese ice cream. Millie and Harry tried every dish, savoring the rich and unique flavors. The castle echoed with laughter and cheerful conversations, creating a magical atmosphere that would be remembered forever. After the feast, Millie and Harry bid farewell to their new friends at the castle. The Cheese King, the princess, and all the other mice waved goodbye as Millie and Harry set off on their journey back home. They were filled with happy memories and a sense of accomplishment. With full hearts and full stomachs, Millie and Harry made their way back through the forest. They shared stories of their adventure and laughed about the funny moments they had experienced. The journey back seemed shorter, as they were accompanied by the joy of their newfound friendship. Millie returned home to her cozy mouse hole, feeling a sense of contentment and happiness. She placed her cheese knight medal on her mantelpiece and lay down in her tiny bed with a cheese-patterned blanket and slept off. As Millie snuggled under her cheese-patterned blanket, a content smile on her face, she softly murmured, "And that, my friends, was the magical adventure of the Cheese Castle." With that, she drifted into a peaceful slumber, dreaming of more fantastical tales to come. Hope you enjoyed Millie's imaginative adventure. Stay tuned for more fun stories because every book brings a new surprise. See you next time.
Please like, share, and subscribe.